Good evening.
So Manash, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
Sir, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. So tell me about your educational background.
Sir, my highest educational qualification is BTech, and I have done my BTech from IIT Guwahati in chemical engineering, and I passed in the year 2016.
Okay. So after pursuing chemical engineering, BTech in chemical engineering, why do you now want to be a civil servant?
Sir, actually, after passing, I have been working with an organization since the last 7 years. So in that organization, we are basically working for the upliftment of the underprivileged students. So there I have encountered many situations where I thought if I could have more autonomy and more power, then I would have done more to the students. So that is why, sir, I believe I'm here preparing for the civil services exam.
Okay. So tell me about Battle of Saraighat, where it was fought and between whom?
So Battle of Saraighat, it was fought in the year 1671. It was fought between the Ahoms and the Mughals. And sir, it was fought during the reign of Ahom King Udayaditya Singha. And commander-in-chief was Lasit Borfukon from the Ahom side. And from the Mughal side, it was Ram Singh. Sir, in this battle, the Ahom were able to defeat the Mughals. And it was a great victory. And it is a remarkable event in the history of Assam.
Okay. Can you tell me the name of one of the three Assamese novel? Okay. Please tell me the names of three Assamese novel along
Okay,
with the
sir.
name of the writer.
Okay, sir. One novel, I don't know the writer who is. That is Himojar Heral Hima. Actually, sir, I have listened about this novel, but I have not read it. And the other two, sir, as far as I can recall, হোমেন বৰগোহাঁইৰ sir এখন হৈছে পিতা পুত্ৰ আৰু এখন হৈছে হালধীয়া চৰাই বাওধান খায়.
Okay. So do you know about tornado and cyclone? What is the difference where it is formed?
Okay, sir. So tornado is generally formed in the Atlantic Ocean, and cyclone is generally formed in the Indian Ocean. And sir, yes, sir. So it is formed because of a low pressure that is created in the ocean. There could be many reasons for forming that low pressure. It could be the ITCZ or some other reasons. So when the low pressure is formed in the ocean, then the nearby moist air is rushes towards the low pressure, and it moves upward and it forms the cloud. So when this cloud is formed, then this cloud basically turns into rain, and in the forming of this rain, a heat that is called latent heat of vaporization, that is released, and this heat also subsides down, and it also intensifies the low pressure that is created. So this is how the storms get bigger and it becomes a cyclone.
Okay. So do you know what is enthalpy?
Enthalpy, sir, I have heard about. So it is the net energy of a reaction, if I can correctly recall.
Okay. So can you tell me one or two example of recent cyclonic storm?
Sir, recently, a few days back, I have heard about the Midhili cyclone, I guess the name was this. So this is what recently I have heard about.
Okay, so do you think the COVID has given us some life lessons?
Yes, sir, COVID has definitely given us some life lessons. Sir,
Yeah.
one of them is social distancing, that is
Okay.
mandatory, and the basic hygiene which we require as a citizen. And sir, second thing is the COVID has given us the work from home, which was not prevalent before that.
So it was
Now,
not mandatory for means this world could exist without going to the office.
yes, sir. So
Okay.
so this could, yes, sir.
So, do you think introduction of artificial
Yes, sir.
intelligence in completely in this technological sector will harm the manpower?
Sir, there are both positives and negatives of artificial intelligence. So in
Okay.
the negative side, I can say definitely there is a chance that many people say that the artificial intelligence or machine could turn around against the human. So there's a chance of that, I believe. And so there is also a scene of inequality that could come due to the artificial intelligence because there are certain jobs that could be replaced by artificial intelligence. So if the people lose their jobs, then inequality which is there in India, it will rise even more. So some other ethical dilemmas are also there. So, for example, the face recognition technology, if it goes wrong, then sir, it could definitely harm the human beings who are innocent, and that human being are also could be harmed.
Okay. So, what do you think? It will affect, it will harm or affect skilled laborers more or unskilled laborers more?
Sir, I believe it will harm the unskilled laborers more because some of the skilled laborers that could not be that are not easily replaceable. For example, the
But
job of a
skilled laborers are more likely to use artificial intelligence than unskilled laborers.
yes sir, that scene is there, but it does not mean that their job will be totally replaceable. Some segment of their job can be replaced. For example, if a coder is there who uh, writes the codes for different softwares, he can he can get a facility by using artificial intelligence to develop a certain portion of his code by using AI. But it does not mean that the whole code could be uh, could it could be developed by an AI. So human touch will be there, sir. So I believe those skilled jobs that will not be easily replaceable by AI.
Okay, so do you know about reverse repo rate?
Sorry, sir.
Do you know about reverse repo rate of RBI?
Reverse report, sir. Yes, I have heard about. So,
Can
sir,
you bring? Yeah.
so sir, it is the rate which RBI offers when the banks keep their money in the RBI. So it is a basically instrument through which inflation can be curbed, sir. If the reverse repo rate is high, then the inflation will be low, sir.
Okay, so can you tell me two differences between wildlife sanctuary, national park, and biosphere reserve?
Okay, sir. Sir, national park uh, is the one protected area where the degree of protection is very high as compared to wildlife sanctuary. And sir, national parks are mainly created to protect and preserve a region, but wildlife sanctuaries are created to somewhat preserve a species, or the degree of protection is less as compared to national park. And sir, biosphere reserves are created under the Man and Biosphere program of UNESCO. So, sir, it is a different thing because biosphere reserve, a national park and wildlife sanctuary can also come inside a biosphere reserve, and it has a core area, it has a buffer area, and it has a transition area. So,
Okay, can one national park be converted into wildlife sanctuary?
sir, that will be a degradation because from the protection point of view, national park is at the highest level. So I believe, sir, degradation will not be easily, it will be done.
Oh, okay. So you are working as an employee or you are associated with an NGO. Am I right?
Yes, yes, sir.
So এটা NGO হ'ব কাৰণে NGO টো ৰেজিষ্টাৰ হ'ব লাগিব।
Yes,
কোন
sir.
এক্টৰ জৰিয়তে এটা NGO ৰেজিষ্টাৰ হয়?
Sir, ইয়াতে the Societies Act of 1860 আছে। তো তাৰ আন্ডাৰতো আমি NGO ৰেজিষ্টাৰ কৰিব পাৰো বাই আই থিংক স্যাৰ ইণ্ডিয়ান ট্ৰাষ্ট এক্ট আছে তো কোনোবা ট্ৰাষ্ট বা NGO তাৰ থ্ৰু আমি ৰেজিষ্টাৰ কৰিব পাৰো স্যাৰ
Be a member or a founder of an NGO. Being a member or a founder of an NGO, আপুনি যিখিনি কাম কৰিব পাৰে আৰু এজ এ চিভিল সাৰ্ভেন্ট আপুনি যিখিনি কাম কৰিব পাৰে তাৰ মাজত কিবা ডিফাৰেন্স আছে নেকি?
স্যাৰ ডিফাৰেন্স আছে বিকজ মই ভাবো যে NGOত কিছুমান লিমিটেশনছ আছে আমাৰ যেনেকে মই স্যাৰ এজ এ এমপ্লয়ী আই এম নট এ ফাউণ্ডাৰ অফ দ্যাট NGO তো এজ এ এমপ্লয়ী স্যাৰ মোৰ ওচৰত কিছুমান লিমিটেশনছ আছে মই কিছুমান ফেক্টৰত মোৰ ওচৰত ডিচিশ্যন মেকিং অথৰিটি নাই তো সেইটো আমাৰ যোন আমাৰ ডাইৰেক্টৰ হয় বা তেখেতলোকৰ ওচৰত সেই ডিচিশ্যন মেকিং অথৰিটিটো থাকে বাট স্যাৰ যদি মই চিভিল সাৰ্ভেন্ট হওঁ আৰু যদি মই ইভেঞ্চুৱেলি যদি মই এখন ডিষ্ট্ৰিক্টৰ হেড পজিশ্যন পাওঁ তেতিয়াহ'লে বহুতখিনি মোৰ ওচৰত স্যাৰ অটনমি আহিব আৰু মোৰ ওচৰত ডিচিশ্যন মেকিং পাৱাৰ আহিব তো যোনটো মই ভাবো যে মোৰ কাৰণে বেটাৰ হ'ব ফৰ এ লং ৰান তো সেইকাৰণেও স্যাৰ মই চিভিল সাৰ্ভিচ অপ্ট কৰিছো
কেডাৰ প্ৰিফাৰেন্স কি দিছে আপুনি?
কেডাৰ প্ৰিফাৰেন্স স্যাৰ মোৰ ACS ফাৰ্ষ্ট প্ৰিফাৰেন্স এণ্ড ছেকেণ্ড
আৰু একদম
AP
লাষ্ট
একদম লাষ্ট স্যাৰ আই থিংক ৰিচাৰ্চ এছিষ্টেণ্ট ইন ইৰিগেশ্যন আছিলে মই এবাৰ চাব লাগিব স্যাৰ
ওকে কিহৰ কাৰণে আপুনি ACS ফাৰ্ষ্ট প্ৰিফাৰেন্স দিলে?
স্যাৰ ACS ফাৰ্ষ্ট প্ৰিফাৰেন্স দিয়াৰ মোৰ ৰিজন এইটোৱে যে মোক এটা ডাইভাৰ্ছ ফিল্ড এটা লাগে কাম কৰিবলৈ তো APSক যদি মই ফাৰ্ষ্ট প্ৰিফাৰেন্স দিলো হয় তেতিয়া মোৰ ৱৰ্কটো অকল এটা ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্টতে লিমিটেড হৈ থাকিলে হয় আৰু এটা অলপমান মনোটনাছো হৈ যায় তেনেকুৱাকে কাম কৰিলে চ' মই ভাবো যে
কিন্তু
যদি ডাইভাৰ্ছ
আজিকালিতো আমাৰ যিখিনি পুলিচ প্ৰশাসনত যিখিনি আপলিফমেন্ট হৈ আছে যিখিনি সুন্দৰভাৱে আজিকালি ডাইনামিজি মানিছে এইটোতো
হয়
আমিতো নাভাবো এইটো এটা মনোটনাছ হৈ গৈছে বুলি
হয় স্যাৰ মনোটনাছ বুলি
ৰিচেণ্ট আসাম পুলিচৰ যিখিনি সক্ৰিয়তা বা সেইখিনিতো আপুনি দেখিছে then
হয়
how can you say that this cadre is working in a monotonous way?
স্যাৰ মই মনোটনাছ কোৱাৰ মিনিংটো এইটো আছিলে যে মানে অকল ল এণ্ড অৰ্ডাৰ ৰিলেটেড বস্তুখিনিতে সীমাবদ্ধ হৈ থাকে তো সেইখিনিক এটা ডাঙৰ ভিউলে বা ডাইভাৰ্ছ ৱেলে আমি লৈ যাব নোৱাৰো ডিফাৰেণ্ট ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্টছলৈ আমি লৈ যাব নোৱাৰো স্যাৰ অকল ল এণ্ড
they are
অৰ্ডাৰতে আমি
also doing they are also doing certain diverse work. Okay, so
য়েছ
please go and recheck about this. ঠিক আছে তো
য়েছ
আপোনাৰ নেক্সট কোৱেশ্চন খিনি আমাৰ বাকিজন মেম্বাৰে সুধিব থ্যাংক ইউ
Hello, Manash.
ইয়া গুড ইভিনিং মেম
Good evening. আচ্ছা আপুনিতো IIT গুৱাহাটীত বিটেক কৰা
হয় মেম
ইয়াৰ অফ এষ্টাব্লিছমেণ্ট কি হয়
IIT গুৱাহাটীৰ মেম 1994
ষ্টাৰ্ট অৰিজিনেশ্যনৰ এটা ষ্টৰী আছে কেনেকে
হয় মেম
আহিছে কি ক'ব পাৰিব
মেম যোনটো আমাৰ আসাম একৰ্ড চাইন হৈছিলে তো আসাম একৰ্ডতো ইয়াতো মেনশ্যন কৰা হৈছিলে যে এখন IIT ইয়াতে নৰ্থ ইষ্টত এষ্টাব্লিছ কৰা হ'ব বুলি
আসাম একৰ্ড
তো
কি কাৰণে কিহৰ একৰ্ড হয় লাইক এট দ্য এণ্ড অফ হোৱাট আসাম একৰ্ড ৱাজ চাইনড
মেম 1979ৰ পৰা 85 লৈকে এটা মুভমেণ্ট চলিছিলে যোনটোক আমি অসম আন্দোলন বা আসাম মুভমেণ্ট বুলি কওঁ তো সেই মুভমেণ্টটো বেচিকেলি আমাৰ যোনখিনি ইলিগেল মাইগ্ৰেণ্ট হয় সেই মাইগ্ৰেণ্টখিনিক অসমৰ পৰা উলিয়াই পঠিয়াবৰ কাৰণে মুভমেণ্টটো ষ্টাৰ্ট হৈছিলে
তাৰ
আৰু সেই
ষ্টাৰ্টিং
মুভমেণ্টটো
পইণ্টটো কি আছিলে হোৱাট স্পাৰ্কড দ্য মুভমেণ্ট
মেম মই এবাৰ চাব লাগিব মই পাহৰি গৈছো
Okay, no problem. Can you name another institution which is a result of Assam Accord?
মেম ইউ আৰ টকিং এবাউট দ্য এডুকেশ্যনেল ইনষ্টিটিউট
No, anything will do. Any organization, institution, infrastructure, anything will do.
Numaligarh refinery ma'am
Okay.
started with
Yeah, right. Can you tell me whether nuclear energy is a renewable form of energy or a non-renewable form of energy?
ma'am nuclear energy is a renewable form of energy
How is nuclear energy a renewable form of energy? Do you get the uranium thing back once it gets exhausted in the reactor?
no ma'am we do not the source of energy that is what I think that the source of energy nuclear energy is there in a uranium say sample that energy is extremely high So we
That
cannot.
I understood. But the point is,
Yeah.
the whole definition of renewable and non-renewable comes by the source of it. Like if you're using an exhaustible source, it's a non-renewable. If you're using a non-exhaustible source, then it's renewable. Now you tell me whether the fuel of nuclear energy is exhaustible or not exhaustible.
Ma'am, in that sense, it will be a
There's only
non-renewable
one
energy.
sense. Nuclear energy is not renewable, it's non-renewable.
Okay.
But
Okay.
there is a huge demand of nuclear energy, specifically when it comes to pollution control and temperature, like lessening the temperature of our environment. Can you tell me why is it?
Because, ma'am, when we harness the energy from the nuclear sources, in that case, what we do is basically the uh, nuclear fusion process. Sorry, ma'am, nuclear
I don't need
fission
the whole
process is.
process. You tell me on the end of it. Why exactly? There's a one single sentence answer.
Okay. In this process, ma'am, steam is used. What the energy that is released from the nuclear power sector, the by using that energy we make steam, and that's using that steam we use the turbines to run to produce
You mean
electricity.
the exhaust have nothing but steam? Like no,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
the answer I was looking for. Does not have any pollutants and all.
No, ma'am.
Yeah. You tell me a few names of greenhouse gases.
Ma'am, one is carbon dioxide, and another one is methane, and I'm also sorry, at this moment I can recall only
No
two.
problem. Can you name me a few places where we have nuclear reactors? Like two of them will be fine.
Okay, ma'am, in the Maharashtra we have Tarapur nuclear power plant,
Yes.
and in Kudankulam project is there in Tamil Nadu, I guess, and
Yes.
also in recently Kakrapara has been developed.
That's fine. Can you tell me what is Internet of Things?
No, ma'am, I have never heard about this term.
You tell me what is Bitcoin?
Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. So this was initially created by a Japanese. I have forgotten his name. So this currency has currently a value of around 31 lakh rupees. A single Bitcoin has value of 31 lakh rupees in Indian rupees, and the price varies according to the demand and supply rule, which
How is
is
it different from
many.
our tender? Like our money? How is it different? Like one
Ma'am,
primary difference is okay. There are many
it is based on
differences.
the blockchain technology, which uh, the basic technology behind it is
Can you
blockchain.
explain me blockchain technology?
Yes, ma'am, I will try. So, ma'am, as far as I know, in the blockchain technology, every transaction, it is there are different ledgers who takes care of this transaction, and every transaction is that is created inside a block, and every block is connected in a chain manner. That is why this is called blockchain technology.
Yes, it's right. You tell me one place in Assam from where we can harness geothermal energy.
Ma'am, the number region where the hot water stream is there, their geothermal energy is there, so we can harness from there also.
Okay. Can you tell me what is judicial activism?
Then judicial activism is when the judiciary actively participates and releases order to do some work. And judicial activism of meme মই যিমানখিনি ৰিকল কৰিব পাৰিছো আৰ্টিকল 142 হিচাপত সুপ্ৰিম কোৰ্টে অৰ্ডাৰ দিব পাৰে, যেনেকে ফৰ এক্সাম্পল তাজমহল ক্লিন কৰিবলৈ অৰ্ডাৰ কৰিছিলে, হাইৱেজ বিলাকৰ চাইডত যোনবিলাক ৱাইন শ্বপ আছে সেইবিলাক বন্ধ কৰিবলৈ অৰ্ডাৰ কৰিছিলে. So this can be said as a judicial activism, जो judiciary actively काम কৰি পেলাই order জাৰি কৰে.
Then what is judicial overreach?
মেম আমাৰ কনষ্টিটিউচনে তিনিটা ব্ৰাঞ্চ দিছিলে, এটা হৈছে এক্সিকিউটিভ, এটা হৈছে লেজিসলেটৰ আৰু এটা হৈছে জুডিচিয়াৰী. যেতিয়া জুডিচিয়াৰীয়ে এক্সিকিউটিভ আৰু লেজিসলেচনৰ স্ফিয়াৰত আহি পেলাই কাম কৰিবলৈ ট্ৰাই কৰে, তো তেতিয়া আমি জুডিচিয়েল অভাৰৰিচ বুলি কওঁ।
কিন্তু সেইটোতো আপুনি এক্টিভিজমতো ক'লে। Like banning of
Activism,
alcohol by the side of highway is an executive function. Then does it fall in activism or it falls in overreach?
মেম এইটো মই ভাবো যে এইটো এক্টিভিজমে হয়, অভাৰৰিচ নহয়। অভাৰৰিচ তেতিয়া হ'ব যেতিয়া যোনটো মানে কোৰ পাব্লিক ৰিলেটেড যোনবিলাক আমাৰ ল মেকিং, সেই ল মেকিঙৰ প্ৰচেছত যেতিয়া সুপ্ৰিম কোৰ্টে এনক্ৰোচ কৰিব, তেতিয়া মই অভাৰৰিচ বুলি ক'ম।
আপুনিতো এতিয়াই ক'লে কি we have a check balance and system of checks and balances, we have 3 branches, তো এক্সিকিউটিভৰ পাৱাৰত এনক্ৰোচ কৰা মানেও তো it is overreach.
Yes, ma'am, in that sense.
It's an executive thing. Like once you join the services, whether the alcohol has to be banned or not is the purview of either like secretariat or the deputy commissioner, district commissioner now. So that falls, does it fall under activism or it falls under overreach?
Ma'am, I still believe it is judicial activism.
Actually, technically, it is judicial overreach. It's not activism. Activism is just when you don't encroach. You do more than like suo moto, you take up cases and stuff like that. But you don't do like recently divorceৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত Supreme Court কৈছিলে कि now they will be able to give divorce যদি একদম lower courtত নকৈ পেলাও they can. That is activism. Like वो अपने ही लेन में चल रहा है. But when it comes to overreach, they will go इधर उधर. They will go to legislature, they will go this. Like recently they banned firecrackers. That is not their job. That is the job of the executive. Same as alcohol. Now you tell me there is another term when the judiciary goes even ahead of judicial overreach. What is that called? Do you know somehow?
No, ma'am.
That is called judicial adventurism. That's a very less used term, but I just told you for information. Now you tell me China is investing here and there. It's trying to make its own infrastructure lane and all. Name the port of Sri Lanka in which it is trying to invest.
Ma'am, it is the Hambantota port.
And
China
to counter it, India is also like, investing in one port. Do you know the name of that port?
Ma'am, it is in Chabahar port, Iran.
No. In Sri Lanka only we have another port. Like we are trying to counter the Chinese Hambantota. It's Trincomalee. It comes in a set, so it's good if you remember. Now you tell me, আপুনি গান শুনে নে অসমীয়া গান?
অসমীয়া গান শুনো, বাট তেনেকুৱাকে নুশুনো।
একো নাই, আমি ট্ৰেডিশ্যনেল কিবাই শুনিম। You tell me one ভূপেন্দ্ৰ সংগীত।
Sorry, ma'am.
না, any ভূপেন্দ্ৰ সংগীত, like ভূপেন হাজৰিকা দেৱৰ যিকোনো গান। You must have heard ভূপেন হাজৰিকা দেৱৰ গান।
Ma'am, মানুহে মানুহৰ বাবে।
Yeah. Where is the residence of আমাৰ কলাগুৰু Vishnu Prasad Rava?
Tezpur.
And where is the residence of Jyoti Prasad Agarwala?
Tezpur.
What is the title given to Jyoti Prasad Agarwala?
Ma'am, Rupkor Jyoti Prasad Agarwala.
Can you tell me one Jyoti Sangeet and one Labha Sangeet? It's all right. Then tell me what is Ravindra Sangeet?
Ravindra Sangeet, ma'am, Rabindranath Thakur যোনবিলাক সংগীত দিছিলে,
যোনটো এষ্টাব্লিছ কৰিছে ইউনিভাৰ্চিটি, তাৰ নামটো কি?
Rabindranath Thakur University.
You must have heard it. You are not remembering right now. In fact, it has been declared as a special place by UNESCO also recently. Shantiniketan. Okay, I am done. If Gandhi wants to ask something.
No, it's fine.
Okay, ठीक है then. We'll do this, Manash. আমি আপোনাক এটা separate link দি দিও because we 40 minutes or link asle 30 to exhaust hoise. So in that link we will be analyzing what your interview and also giving you the mark. আপোনাক ইতিয়াই দি দিম, আপুনি ইতিয়াই connect কৰি লব পাৰিব।
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.